Matt Geiger, alongside Brian Banner and Ronnie Cycli, and just like the team that's going to fight against the White Walkers, we all fucking hate each other. If this is your first time, don't worry, we will be gentle while we grade this on our criteria, acting, story, best scene, and theories. So to kick it off with acting, let's throw it to our bastard, Brian Banner.
Thank you, Sir F.U. Matthew Geiger. Yep, I said it. F.U. I'm going to go with Devos. He's kind of like Han Solo, just this smooth-talking smuggler. Hey, except you didn't let me get to my butt part. But he's not good-looking, and, I wouldn't have sex with him. But his whole dynamic has actually been kind of funny this season as John's kind of right-hand man. Is he John's hand? I don't think he is. Is he?
I don't think John didn't really have a hand.
Yeah, he's essentially serving as a hand right now, I would imagine.
Yeah, but I really liked him. This episode, he kind of got to shine in that scene where he took Tyrion to the beach and then obviously got the Baratheon bastard back. So that is my cast standout today is Devos.
Cycli?
I mean, I think I'm kind of giving an obvious answer, but I mean, Tyrion, Peter Dinklage nailed it again. And you can totally see the conflict with him, seeing his family's army be destroyed, his conflict internally when he's seeing Daenerys kind of, execute the Tarleys, and then his meeting with Jaime was, you could see his pain in his eyes for what he did, but why he had to do it, and the guilt he felt by having his brother still, kind of hate him. And I mean, Peter Dinklage always nails it, but he stood out in this episode to me.
We're short on bros in this show. They got rid of Momoa. Robb Stark's gone. The only bro we really have is Jaime. But another bro made his way back, which is Gendry, Robert Baratheon's bastard son. And he came in with a fucking sledgehammer. So I'm going with him because I've loved him since season 1 and he's honestly the rightful king, if you really fucking think about it. He's the rightful king of the Seven Kingdoms. Since once Robert died, he should have been up since everyone else that had the fucking king chair was the bastard of, Jaime and Cersei. So he's actually the rightful king, but he just wants to go fucking kill White Walkers.
But they love each other.
Which brings us into our story. Who wants to take this? I mean, Cycli's really hammered.
What? Me?
I think Cycli should go
first. My
gosh.
gosh.
Tell the story. What do you remember
what do I remember from the story?
Do you remember 5 minutes ago?
There was Ned Stark. I remember him. He was good. Robb Stark, the young wolf, was good. No, in all honesty, I think Daenerys is getting a little too much hate. I'll be honest. I think her execution of the Tarleys got criticized everywhere I've been reading, and you know what? She just entered a battle. She gave them a chance to bend the knee, and they didn't. I don't think she's a murderer. I've read a lot of articles criticizing her, and she didn't do anything differently than what a leader would do on a battlefield. So I think it's a little unfair that people are worried Varys and Tyrion are they're worried that she's going to turn into the Mad King, but I thought it was just, and I don't blame her, and I think she's doing just fine. She's keeping a level head and doing what a leader should.
Banner.
I'm going to echo everything you said, except disagree wholeheartedly.
Wow.
She is changing, and I'm not disagreeing with the fact that she's doing what she needs to do, but throughout the entire show, from beginning to end, her thing is she's getting people to follow her that want to follow her. She's giving them the option, either you follow me or you don't. Now they have the option, you either follow me or I kill you. Yeah. And so these people are following her not because they want to, but because they have to if they don't want to die. And that's how you're going to start to get enemies within your camp, and you get all the little secrets and lies that go on. She doesn't have that up until this point because everybody, the Dothraki, they came to her because they wanted to follow her. The Unsullied is the same way. She, freed all the slaves, so they followed her. Well, now these dudes are like, well, no, I'm going to follow you because I don't want to be, cooked, over a campfire that came out of a lizard's mouth.
So should she let him go? I mean, these aren't civilians; these are soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's worked for her before. I think that she's not using her charisma that she used earlier in this series of talking to people and using her words to, hey, you guys come follow me. You're in a shit show right now. I'll make it better. And she's not making people believe her.
I think her deal is that she's gone through so much shit, and now she's so close to getting her kingdom back. And she knows, and even, we'll get to this in best scene, but Jaime knows that, I mean, she's going to win. Unless something crazy fucking happens. They have 3 dragons and a better army. What I took from this story is that we have a pretty badass team. Like, I was thinking I was going to see Kevin Durant behind these guys walking to the fucking wall. The team was so good. But they're going to go kill a whole army of White Walkers just to bring one back to Cersei, which I guess I didn't quite think that was the greatest plan ever. I know you got to show people, not tell them. Just like on the podcast, the same on Game of Thrones, but I don't really know how they're going to do that because they're vastly fucking outnumbered, and they're just going to kill one and bring them back. I'm kind of interested in seeing that. It's something I want to go back and rewatch to make sure that I'm kind of wrapping my head around it. But that's kind of what I took from it. Bran saw the White Walkers coming. Jon knows that they're coming. So they're just taking about 6 of the baddest fucking motherfuckers in the show to go kill one and just bring them to Cersei. Be like, hey, this is what we're dealing with. But I just think Cersei, with her resting bitch face drinking wine, is not going to care.
Yeah, she doesn't give a shit.
All she cares about is Dany and her 3 dragons. That's just me, though.
And she's going to want the White Walkers to kill everyone else. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Best scene. I'll take this one first. Cycly touched on it, but when Tyrion and Jaime met, simply because last week we talked about an awesome battle scene that was direction-driven for sure, special effects-driven. I think these 2 guys, there's some women in here too that are awesome, but these 2 are the best actors in the show, in my opinion. And having them finally face-to-face, which I think we haven't seen them in a couple seasons, going line for line, I thought it was fantastic. I thought the acting was up to par. I thought the script was perfect. And I really, for the first time this season, really was engaged in, like, lines going back and forth. And that was my best scene. What about you, Banner?
My best scene... Well, Cycly, you go first.
Wow,
what was your best scene?
Oh, really? Like, are you nervous or something?
Yeah, a little bit.
It just looks like you're going to puke, so we want to get it all out.
I wish I was that drunk. But, I don't know. There was a lot of exposition in this episode, so I don't know if a scene necessarily stood out to me. Definitely agree about the Peter Dinklage or Jaime and Tyrion scene. In general, I think you saw what I liked is when Jon was leaving Dragonstone, and you could see Daenerys' like emotion with Jorah and with Jon. Like, you could see her connection. She's realizing that these are people she needs to trust and kind of join in them. You saw her kind of she was a little bit in pain. And so I kind of like that they're showing her connection to Jon. I do think the season's moving a little too fast, so you're not getting to see the emotion as deeply. But if I have to pick another scene, I thought that was well done.
I'm going to go with the scene when they're in the prison at Eastwatch, where Jon and Jory and Devos and the bastard Baratheon go into the prison. You see the Hound and the Brotherhood Without Banners, and literally everybody hates each other. Oh, and you've got the what the fuck's that dude's name? The red-bearded guy.
Yeah,
we all know what I'm talking about.
He's actually on hotel commercials.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
I love how he asked for Brienne of Tarth if she was going to be there.
I thought that was a really good scene because they all hate each other, but they're all like, all right, look, we know we're all badasses. Let's just go and steal one of these White Walkers, zombie people that can eat us, and bring them back. Because Jon said that we should, basically.
That scene kind of reminds me of America. I mean, we got a bunch of different groups trying to fight each other, but can't we just all agree that we hate each other, but we hate North Korea more, and just kind of join and just go take out Kim Jong-un? Shouldn't we just do that? I don't know. That's just my thought. Okay, does anyone have theories, or we just want to go in our Twitter question, which is basically asking a theory?
I got one theory.
Okay, Banner, go.
All right. Well, honorable mention, best scene, when Jon Snow touches and is petting the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my theory is Jon Snow is going to be riding a dragon at some point. There's no doubt in my mind.
We all pretty much think that he has Targaryen blood running through him.
I mean, it was almost confirmed in this episode.
We all know that.
Yeah. I think
yeah,
my
but
theory...
it's never been really shown. It's like the Ezekiel Elliott thing. It's never been shown, but we all pretty much know it's, like, happened. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Right into a Twitter question, Nathan Moody at SHMoody88. Heard different theories, but thoughts on how the White Walkers make it past the wall. Let me reread that, because I'm drunk. For different theories, but thoughts on how do the White Walkers make it past the wall? Bam.
That was better. I'm going to go with Beric Dondarrion. He's the dude that can light his sword up with fire, kind of like a lightsaber. He's been brought back from the dead like 3 or 4 times. He is now past the wall. So he's out in White Walker territory. Somehow the White Walkers are going to force him to create a portal or something to bring him through the wall, or make him dig a trench or something. Somehow they're going to use his magic to get through the wall, because we know that some sort of magic is going to need to be done in order for the White Walkers to get past the wall.
Cycly.
I'm going to play on my theory from last week, where I think I predicted that a dragon's going to die at the hand of the Night King. I think that dragon is then going to turn into a White Walker, and the dragon will destroy the wall.
See,
What is that look banner? What is that look banner?
No,
So
I don't think at all.
else, but I agree with you.
No. You can't turn a dragon into a White Walker. That's like...
Why not? It's
In this show, like, things are, always kept in realism, right? Nothing's crazy in this show.
Michael Jackson could be a White Walker because he's dead. It's anything dead.
I want to hear. Wait, hold on, Banner. What don't you like about that?
Because White Walkers are going to die. They die by fire. You can't turn fire into not fire.
So dragons might die by ice then.
Yeah, but they're not going to then turn around and use that to get into the wall. They're not just going to, like, melt the wall after they're dead, because then it's like, you're dead, but you're using the thing that keeps you dead? What? Doesn't even make sense.
There's zombie dragons.
Okay, Ned Stark's brother, who met Bran, which is...
Benji.
He met Bran out and said that the wall's just not made of ice. It's also made of spells. So I think, once again, going back, I think to episode 2, I said this in theories, the Red Queen's going to play a big part. We haven't seen her in 2 episodes. I think she is going to have a big part to do with breaking the spell of the wall, and for some reason let the fucking White Walkers through. I mean, she's a crazy chick. Why wouldn't she? It makes total sense. I need nothing more.
I can see that. I hope she doesn't. I hope she has some good in her left.
I hope she just doesn't turn into that old lady again, because that wasn't...
That was not
nice.
hot.
It's kind of sexy until that. Okay, guys, we're the Bro Force Squad. Check us out next week. Once again, we're your headquarters for anything Game of Thrones. Check us out on our website, broforsquad.com. We're also at Twitter, at Bro4Squad, Facebook, Bro4Squad Podcast, and subscribe to us on YouTube and iTunes. Until then, we'll see you